Okay. Well, thank you so much. Now I would like to shift questions and ask you some of my own questions, and that's about what's going on in the world today with this pandemic, with this COVID-19 virus. Could you give me some information on what is happening to us globally?
We will shift people.
Thank you.
We will shift awareness. We knew you were going to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting fact of what's happening now. Humanity has needed to change, and there's more than one what way you put it. There's more than one cook in this mixture.
Okay.
Do you understand that concept? There is different interferences and different purposes that are going on.
Yes.
There is a spiritual awareness, change of consciousness happening. There's also a sense of control and manipulation through military gain and populist gain.
I'm sorry, through populist gain, and what was the other?
Monetary gain, power.
Monetary gain. Okay.
Yes. There is a battle of forces at play.
Uh-huh.
Gaia, our dear mother
Mm-hmm.
of this planet, is a life force in herself.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are playing a part right now.
And she's going through her own shifts, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
And she's headed into another dimension.
So to speak.
Okay.
She has had enough. The planetary energy needs to be altered again. It's been damaged, as you are aware.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware of that.
Yes.
Humanity's consciousness needs to change
Yes.
in order to help that shift.
Gotcha.
And to shift into a spiritual state of enlightenment. And I mean enlightenment, not just a practice of daily ritual, but an enlightenment of self.
Okay.
This is necessary for a rise in consciousness to take place. But there will be so many people, more now, that will come home, will go home, that will not stay.
Okay.
In this change of consciousness, they will choose not to change in consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
There are also those that will stay and not change their consciousness. And this is where they will stay put in their own awarenesses and their own realities. And their realities will not allow light to shine. They will not allow love to come in and growth to take place. So the planet will see a big change coming forward. Governments will blame each other.
Mm-hmm.
They will harass each other. They will make powerful decisions that are based on power and control and nothing else. To combat this spiritual enlightenment, a rise in consciousness, so to speak, needs to take place for many.
Mm-hmm.
This way they'll be less affected by what's going to take place in the change of humanity. Just so that you know, and you may share, you may already know this. In fact, we believe that you do. What has been happening in this world, in the vibrations and the frequencies that bounce off it, reverberates into the universe and beyond. Mm-hmm. It actually affects all of us
everyone
out here Yes, it does. Into the
The
cosmic
whole
realms.
cosmos, yeah.
Yes, it does. It affects everything. It is throwing everything out of whack, so to speak, out of alignment. Frequencies are becoming distorted. And this is also affecting those who are picking up frequencies from the cosmic realms. They are getting distorted. And if you can imagine putting your fingers together where they interlock and come apart and interlock and come apart, that is what's happening. That is what's happening in the frequencies that are abounding in this universe. It's what's happening in the energy that connects us all. So the change that is taking place is much required in order to set all those frequencies down so that they are smoother and simpler. Do you understand? We are putting this information to you in the most basic form.
Yes. Yes. I'm starting to get a grasp of what you're saying. I can't, truthfully, I don't completely understand it yet, but I appreciate.
Can you see hands?
Yes.
Okay. So when humanity is in full connection with the God energy or the cosmic energy, where it's just like this, but with the vibrations and the frequencies that are distorted and malfunctioning, it creates this.
Okay, like sort of the separation of
Very
energy
much so.
of energies.
So it's like this. Instead of being solid and firm and true, it's like this.
Okay, yes, I understand
So
that.
this is what's creating coming off the planet with humanity at this time, with war, with the hatred, with the greed, with the low frequency vibrations. This is what's bringing about from this planet. So as that is coming out of the Earth planet, it's vibrating into the cosmic realm. Cosmic realm energies have been like this for a long time. Even though they fight amongst themselves. You do have beings that do fight, you do have galaxies that do fight, but there's still this connection. What humanity is doing is bringing out a frequency that brings this. It brings a distortion.
Okay.
Do you understand that now?
Yes, that makes complete sense. Yes. Absolutely. And then that dichotomy of energy is being like thrown off into the cosmos, and that's sort of having a ripple effect everywhere.
Correct.
Okay. So what does humanity need to do to help reconcile those energies? Is there something that we can do, because we have these governments and all of these negative entities trying to control, right, the world, the masses. Is there, what could we do as an individual, bringing our collective consciousness together to help the Earth's vibrations become back in balance together with the God energy?
Love is the key.
Love is the key. Okay.
Love is the key. And we're not talking about relationship love. We are talking about the love for all things. The love for that comes from the heart center, that comes from the heart chakra and vibrates into every cell of your body. Love is about loving thyself.
Yes.
And bringing that forward. If you can share that love and feel that love, therefore that love vibrates out of that spiritual being. Do you understand?
So love can reunite all of this, but we have to start with ourselves, loving ourselves first, and then we can bring that out into the rest of the world.
Very much. Self-love is the key to change.
Okay.
And that is the key to start to raising your consciousness.
Okay.
And that everything that you do and say comes from love, not from fear, not from attaining monetary value from an ulterior motive. Everything that you do and say comes from love, especially to other people and to what you set out in your thoughts and your emotions. Thoughts are power, you know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know that with your work. Thoughts are incredibly powerful. So
Yes.
by creating thoughts around ourselves and healing ourselves, therefore we raise our vibrations for ourselves. So if you've got 8 billion people changing their vibration, can you imagine what that would do?
Oh, that would just be, I can't imagine because I think it would be so phenomenal
Yeah,
that it's hard to even imagine. But harder to imagine is 8 billion people doing that. So how do
correct.
we get a unified global love consciousness?
By spreading the word, using
Okay.
the what's at your finger. You have the world at your fingertips, as does this
The
one.
internet. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
You have
understand that.
friends. Yeah, that
So,
is the way. Self-love is the key. By having self-love, you then accept what's around you as not being you.
mhm.
Do you understand that?
Yes,
So,
I go ahead.
so what other people experience and do, because their reality is different,
Hmm.
is accepting that their reality is different and what they experience is their stuff. It's not yours. Do you
Right.
understand? So
Yes.
many, so many
Yes.
individuals on this planet decide that this one does it as well, decides that it's their business to stick their nose into other people's business and
Mm,
to make comments and of other people and to experience other people's pain. That
mm.
is not the way to growing in consciousness. Consciousness is about being in one, at one with self.
That makes sense. And how can we best, Michelle and I, how can we best teach others self-love?
By expressing and demonstrating you.
Mm. Like your
By
authentic
doing this,
self.
do your authentic self and do this for you. Do this and be consciously aware of your emotions,
Hmm.
why they're there, bringing yourself back to love.
Okay.
It is difficult to do because there is such a huge programming, and it's been programming that's been there for thousands and thousands of years. But
Hmm.
your true spirit form,
Hmm.
whether it's in a cosmic being, whether it's Arcturian or whatever, is love.
Mm.
So by raising that vibration
Hmm.
into every cell of your being and into throughout your chakra points are a key area to start.
Okay, so chakra meditations would be helpful.
Yeah, with the
Okay,
love vibration running through it,
with the
yes.
love vibration. Okay, I'm just writing
And
that down.
sending yeah, and sending that love out into the community, into your planet, and
Mm.
into the world. I do believe that they are setting up meditations around the world now, which
Hmm.
is a very good start. Prayer is another one. Prayer is a form of thought, and as you know, thought is power.
Hmm. Absolutely.
This is not about spiritual practice, by the way.
It's not.
No.
Okay. Okay, could you elaborate on that?
Spiritual practice, humanity has taken spiritual practice in a different way, whether it's praying, uh, doing this,
Hmm.
um, putting in front of a Buddha with a smelly stick thing.
So like the rituals,
The rituals, it's not just about that, it's
right?
actually about feeling and expressing unconditional love.
Hmm. And it all comes within. And
Within.
right. Okay. Yeah, that makes
This is
sense.
about acknowledging your true spirit self, your authentic self. Every person, we have layers of emotions, layers of experiences. At the very bottom of that, at the very heart of that, is that divine love, that divine light,
Mm-hmm.
that God light.
Mm-hmm.
Every being has that. By moving through the layers, can you see my hands?
Yes, I can. Mm-hmm.
By moving through those layers and releasing and healing those layers to allow that divine light to shine.
Mm-hmm. So
That is unconditional love.
these layers that we're moving through, are these the blocks, traumas, programming? What are we talking about?
Correct.
All of that, all of
Correct.
the above.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You cannot get to the top and skip those.
Ah.
Many think that they can skip those. It's interesting. We see humanity talk about themselves as being spiritual beings
Mm-hmm.
and that they're evolved. Yet there are so many that do this that have layers upon layers of emotional baggage.
Right, and that is forgiveness and letting things go, not holding on to grudges, not
Healing.
holding on to negative energy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a gradual process. It's not going to happen in one lifetime. For
Oh,
many, it will not happen in one lifetime.
okay.
But the process is the same, is to keep up with
Because
working towards higher self, higher consciousness, and unconditional love.
and so if it's not going to be healed in one lifetime, then it's also cellular, it's also goes through the DNA, through the
Yes.
family tree,
But the start can happen here now.
but the start can happen. Okay.
And
Okay.
that's the change in consciousness that we're
And
talking.
that's what needs to happen for the planet to heal.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
That is for humanity to heal itself.
Mm-hmm. I'm just quiet for a moment to take it all in, to process what you've been saying.
Please remember that we, as Arcturians, Palladians, all the rest that work with humanity have been around for millennial,
Yes.
way beyond the creation of humanity.
Yes.
It has taken all of that time and more for us to become the beings that we are,
Mm-hmm.
the life forms that we are,
Mm-hmm.
as for others. So for humanity, this is the start of that. Do you understand?
I understand. So we're going through our own evolution, and we are like so far behind the other planetary.
You are a new species. You're a
Okay.
new evolved species. Your
And that's
species has also been DNA altered.
right. Yeah, I knew that. And we're also just so dense in so many ways, not just physically.
This when you look, it's actually too big. Most human beings cannot actually fathom. They don't have the cranial capacity or the mind capacity to actually grasp the truth of what's actually out there.
Mm-hmm. I get that. I get that. I feel like I can feel it, but I can't understand it
Yes.
cerebrally. But I can feel
Yes.
it. I can intuit it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. The humanity species has also been designed. Please understand that.
Yes. Yeah.
It
Was
has
that
been manipulated.
by the Anunnaki or uh, something else?
Correct.
Okay.
And there's been other interferences as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's trying to balance out and put back what is right, but there is resistance in that change.
Mm.
There is a battle going on in the stars as well as what's on the planet.
I've heard that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the well, I'm going to
Star
say,
seeds,
go ahead.
star seeds have come in to help on this battle.
Yes.
Please, that's their role.
Yes. Okay, I can see that. this battle is a drama that has been happening for a very, very long time.
Correct.
This is not something that's new. It's just we as humans aren't really aware of it.
Correct.
Okay, I get that. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much. I have so many other questions. I would love to have you back at a later date and ask more questions if that's acceptable to you.
It's acceptable.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm just going to give you so much love and so much gratitude for helping us today and for helping the planet. And if I have your permission, I'll ask for Michelle's permission to maybe use this portion of this session, if this is something that she would be, amenable to. Maybe even putting this out as a broadcast online to help other people understand what's going on in the world today.
You have our permission to do so.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I would like to finish doing the subconscious programming on Michelle. And then I'll end this session, but I want to make sure that she gets everything that she needs from today's session. Would it be okay to do that now with her?
Yes.
Okay.
We are shifting now.
You are shifting. Okay, great. Your nose, washing out the back of your eyes as if they've been bathed in fresh spring mountain water. And 5, coming back to the room, feeling wonderful.
Hey.
Hi, welcome back. Yeah, take a minute to get reoriented. As you know, we did channel you channeled the Arcturians, and I had asked them the questions about the pandemic right now and the changes, the planetary changes and all of that. And they've given me permission to use that portion of the session to share with people online. Do I have your permission as well to use that portion? I won't share the personal stuff, but just that.
No.
That portion.
That's fine. It's I think
a lot of pings, physical. It's getting lots of chills, lots of just like when they said something, it would be like, oh, bing, like I would have a physical reaction to some of the more profound things that they were talking about. Besides just having lots of aha moments myself, I was having these aha moments, but I was also having just chills and
confirmation type.
That's a confirmation in my body. Like, okay. So that was like my, subconscious sort of reacting to what was being said and confirming it for me.
Oh, that's nice.
So
that's really good.
Awesome.
Cool. So what came out of that? Was there some answers that came out of?
Oh yeah.
Of this, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is that there was so much that I could, I was trying to write as much as I could. And then I've got 3 pages here, and that doesn't even cover the half of it. But I did record it. So,
oh, that's fantastic.
I'll let you go back and just watch it and really take it all in, because there's a lot that's actually happening, and it's happening at so many different levels. So I'll just read a little bit of what I wrote, but there was a lot more to this.
Well, that's okay.
But the sort of the key points is that humanity has needed to change for a while, and there are different purposes of why the earth is changing, so that there's a spiritual change of consciousness is happening on one level, but then there's also on another level, there's control through people who are trying to control the population and monetary gain. So there's sort of like, I'm thinking like the greedy, evil people who want the power. And then Gaia is a life force herself. And so she's also going through a change, and we have really offset her energy. Okay. And so they explained it like you have like the God energy, and you have like Gaia and humanity. and they've been like this. And but what we've done to the planet is we've made this energy like separate, like that. And so it's just crazy energy. And this energy is like flying out into the cosmos, and it's having a ripple effect on all of the cosmos. And so it's affecting everyone. So what we're doing here is affecting all of the star beings and all of the planets, you know. And so we've got to get this back together.
I'm getting goosies as we're talking.
Yeah. So, so I asked, you know, what can we do to help heal the planet? So enlightenment of self. Self-love is the key to this. So we have to start with self-love and start with our heart chakra. I asked about doing chakra meditations, and yes, we need to do chakra meditations, but especially focused on love. There's many layers that we need to go through as individuals, and clear out all those layers of trauma and programming and yada yada, and get back to our authentic selves and reconnect everything out of love, in a loving way. We need to be mindful of our thoughts and our emotions, and our emotions are telling us, they're sort of steering us, right? And so we just need to be mindful of that, because our thoughts are powerful. But we got to get back to the point where everything we do comes from love. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Did all of that come out of me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That and more. And you.
Oh wow.
And the Arcturians explained it so much better than I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
That did come out of you. Yeah. Thoughts are powerful. What else? Sending love to the community, sending love to the planet, the world. Prayer is thought, and thought brings things into being. And so it's a good idea to, you know, unite with other people in prayer and meditation, like, you know, the positive thought energies, to get this energy back into alignment. And so unity is just going to be through the love and the unconditional love, which starts with self-love, right? And energy that we put out.
It's love energy.
Love energy. And that's it. I mean, that makes perfect sense too. Like, that's what's going to heal the world is love. And it sounds so simple, and yet here we are.
It's not.
It's more complicated than that.
So wonderful. Oh, that's lovely, Stephanie. Thank you so much.
Oh, likewise. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was just a really, really lovely experience.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to work with you again.
I know, it's going to be so cool.
Yay, so fun.
I know. All right, mate. Well, you have a really good day or night. I'll have a good day. And you take care, and I'll talk to you soon, eh?
Okay, you too.
Okay, thank you.
Stay safe. Okay.
Yep, you too. Catch you. Bye.
Bye-bye.